This was a time capsule that had been sealed for 50 years. It contained messages from the first class of students. The principal randomly distributed the letters inside to students, but when Tommy opened his message, he only saw rows and rows of numbers. The boy didn't know what this meant, so he took it to his father, who was a physics professor. Lance was extremely sensitive to numbers. He decided to try studying it. He walked over to the whiteboard nearby. He randomly wrote a set of numbers on the board. 911012996. Lance tried separating them, trying to find patterns in them. The first attempt didn't seem to work, so he tried several more times, until a group of seemingly reasonable combinations appeared before his eyes. September 11th. Lance curiously looked it up online, but he got a result that totally shocked him. It was the major 9/11 disaster that happened in '01. What was even more bizarre, the number 2996 was exactly the number of people who died, but this letter was sealed in 1975. That was 50 years ago. Lance immediately got curious. He wrote all the numbers on the blackboard, then looked them up online one by one. What he didn't expect was, major disasters that happened in recent decades actually all corresponded to the numbers, whether it was dates or death tolls. Everything matched perfectly. That meant, the person who wrote this letter successfully predicted the future, but there were still some numbers after the death counts. He couldn't figure out what they meant for now, so he found a teacher from the school back then. He asked about the whereabouts of the child who wrote the prophecy, but it had been too long and the teacher didn't know where the child was either. Lance's lead went cold. Lance wanted to verify if the prophecy was real. On the day written on the paper, he watched the news all day long, but the disaster predicted didn't happen. When it was time to pick up his kid from school in the afternoon, it started raining heavily. The roads were completely jammed, but he suddenly realized the coordinates on his GPS exactly matched the numbers at the end of that paper. He realized the last numbers represented the location where the incident would occur. Then he got out of the car to ask a police officer why there was a traffic jam, but when the police officer saw Lance, he got scared and ran away.